Hello, my friends, and I hope you are having a fantastic day. Today, we are going to quickly just cover this Dustborn crap that's floating around the internet because, why not? I have a couple little thoughts. It probably won't take me too long to get them out. And, that's the entire point of me making these videos. Red Thread Games, the developers for Dustborn, put out a message that says to our community, since we first announced Dustborn, we've read your comments and listened to your feedback, hopes, and wishes for the game. Over the past 4 years, our team has poured their hearts into telling a story that's deeply meaningful to us. A story about the power of words, about building a world where everyone can feel safe, about love, friendships, and robots, of course. We expected Dustborn to spark conversation and debate, and looked forward to engaging with our players in a positive and constructive fashion. Unfortunately, that conversation has been drowned out by a tidal wave of hate and abuse. We welcome thoughtful feedback and respectful criticism. We embrace discussion and debate, but we have zero tolerance for hate speech, harassment, and threats of any kind. Those who engage in such behavior will be removed from our community. To everyone else, thank you for coming on this journey with us. Your support means everything, and your constructive feedback continues to push us to learn and evolve. Together, let's continue building a world where everyone can feel valued and empowered to share their stories. Red Thread Games. And of course, for someone who's interested in having conversations, the comments are locked. And there's a lot to say about this realistically. I would like to actually cover a couple of things. But for a group that wants to, how did that say? About building a world where everyone can feel safe? It'd be interesting that they include abilities like bullying. We've learned to bully people. Bully gives us the power to force people to do something they may not want to do, or to make them feel bad about themselves. In fights, this could be highly effective on target enemies. Because of course, in a world where everyone feels loved and accepted, bullying is totally okay to get people to do things that they may not want to do. And of course, if they're doing those things they may not want to do, or if they refuse to give in to the bullying, you can always cancel them. Which, canceling will allow us to isolate people from their friends and compatriots. Because once again, in a world where people are loved and accepted for who they are, that's totally a thing that you have to do occasionally. And, if you're feeling upset about the fact that you've been bullied or canceled, then you can normalize, which will give the ability to make people think certain behaviors and feelings are normal. Like the feeling that you've been bullied is totally a normal feeling that you should have to feel on a day-to-day basis in a world where people are loved and accepted. I tried so hard to find a list of other abilities in this game. I don't know if these are the only 3 abilities that you learn or what, but of course, nobody is playing this game. I mean, there are a few people who have played the game, and I'm sorry to those who have played it, but I do not have the time or patience to go through your playthroughs because I try to stay very far away from this kind of brain rot. But literally all they're showing us here is exactly how they think. This is a Marxist training tool, and I don't say that lightly. I don't say that to throw the word Marxist out. For the most part, I wouldn't use it. But in this case, it's literally a training tool for how to manipulate the people in your life and when it's okay to manipulate the people in your life, especially when you're doing it in the quote, in the service of the quote, greater good.
It's all about the greater good.
The greater good.
How can this be for the greater good?
The greater good.
How can this be for the greater good?
The greater good.
Shut it!
Of everybody. Then the ends justify the means, I personally am not someone who believes in that kind of rhetoric. Then you have lovely people like this who says, it's unacceptable that these messages have to be published. If you don't like a game, just don't play it. I don't think that's been a problem. There's no need for any sort of hate or harassment. Dustborn is an amazing game, and Red Thread did an outstanding job. Yes, the 80-something people who have played it, I'm sure, have genuinely enjoyed it. That said, why does this only apply when it's stuff they like? If it's a game we like or something that we believe is entertaining, then it has to be shut down. It can't exist. But their stuff, you just shouldn't play it. However, people are definitely taking that advice. They're not playing the game. Thank you to poor Madam Savvy for going through and actually playing this game. Because of that, we found a few more powers. You are also able to hoax people, which will allow us to make a person believe anything we tell them. Now, the irony right here of this is that this game was actually paid for by taxpayer money, both Norwegian and U.S. taxpayer money, as a game to combat disinformation. I hate to tell you this, guys, but a hoax is actual disinformation. They are encouraging you to spread disinformation to further your goals because the game's dumb. That's all I can say. I said it a little earlier. I fully and truly believe that this game is absolutely a Marxist training tool. The point of making this game was specifically to show people how to use these tools against others, how to use these ideas against others, and how it can benefit you to use these against others. The idea that you can possibly justify any of this ever, I don't care what side of the aisle or line or whatever you are on, any of this is complete bullshit. You should totally go follow Madam Savvy. It's at Madam Savvy on Twitter. She is quite entertaining. But of course, the games journalists are writing all sorts of articles about this. How many do you want to bet actually mention the government funding on this game? No. Instead, they're all about how that it is a fantastic game for open-minded people that rewards patience. But at least they admit it's political. I cannot express my disappointment at the fact anyone's taxpayer money went towards this. At this moment, Dustborn is sitting at 107 reviews and mostly positive. The reviews on it are about what you could expect. I think the thing that gets me the most is on this one where this person says, this is what a road trip on a tour bus might look like in my group of friends. So apparently going on a road trip with this person's group of friends means that you're going to be driving across the country bullying and manipulating people. I don't understand how that's a good thing. As of right now, there are 20 people playing the game. It still has an all-time peak of 83 players. In my opinion, this is one of the many reasons why government shouldn't try to fund entertainment, along with the fact that government obviously shouldn't steal money from people and then use it to fund things they don't agree with, because God knows I am immensely disappointed to know that any of my tax money went towards this. But of course, it's the usual rhetoric behind it. If you don't like this game, you don't like women, you don't like minorities, you have problems with who people choose to be in relationships with, all that fun junk. Whereas realistically, I don't like games that say it's okay to bully people. I don't know how you think you could give a positive spin on that. I don't like games that say it's okay to cancel people, to isolate people from other people, especially not when you understand exactly how psychologically damaging some of that stuff is, which supposedly these people should. All that said, there really isn't too much more to say about this. It's disappointing that it's out there. It's unsurprising that it's failed. And thankfully, it restores some of my faith in humanity, knowing that it's unlikely to ever turn a profit. Even though I'm sure the people who made it already made a profit. I'm sure they pocketed the majority of the tax money. But it is what it is, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. If you really liked it, you can feel free to share it around, and I will catch you later.